Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here I have a great article for you guys from Verizon's News Center. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So I think Verizon, as crazy as this sounds, may be uniquely positioned in the market. And the reason I say that is because AT&T is margin focused. We can see that they're not as promotionally heavy when it comes to wireless pricing. They're more promotional heavy on new and existing customers get the same deal, and AT&T really doesn't offer any perks. T-Mobile is somewhat promotional heavy on both. They do promotions on wireless pricing, the insider discounts, the free lines, and they also offer promotional pricing on their devices as well, and they offer perks. So now, as T-Mobile focuses more on margins and they try to find innovative ways and, tricky ways to approach this, Verizon may be uniquely positioned from a network perspective. So Verizon is going to raise prices this year again, and maybe next year, who knows. They have the My Plan in full rotation now. That's no longer a new plan. That's now been in rotation for like 2 quarters. So, excuse me. So from a network perspective, and you see that here, Verizon wins J.D. Power Award for wireless network quality for the 32nd time in a row. They're going to win Root Metrics. So those are big statistics if customers for a certain price point want more from a network. T-Mobile is expensive today. If these T-Mobile customers are so-called choosing up the rate card, as T-Mobile calls it, they're going to the Go 5G Plus and the Go 5G Next. Those are T-Mobile's 2 most expensive price points ever. And can the network really stand up to that price point? That's the billion-dollar question. Verizon shows you that they are trying to upgrade and improve the network as fast as humanly possible. I mean, if you do comparisons from just 2 quarters ago on the C-band map to now, it's already totally different. By the end of this year, it will be, again, totally different versus what we saw from the beginning of the year when it comes to the scale of C-band. Now, Verizon has some other stuff to still do, right? There's POPs and then there's square miles. So they still got to upgrade a lot more towers at scale. But eventually they will get there. I think the square mile piece, the scale of that, I think that will probably run into 2025. I think this year they're more focused on the pop count. They want to get to all of these areas with the C-band so they can continue to do the 400,000 FWA customers per quarter, maybe accelerate a bit here and there, depending. I think as they scale C-band, I think they will just by default accelerate and scale. They're not really putting that into the guidance. They told the street it's 400,000, but I think they can do 450, maybe 480 on some of the quarters starting this year. And C-band for them is exploding. I get told, hey, look, we're doing this, we're doing that. It's going and flowing at an incredible pace. The one fiber build is nearly done. So that's more money back into the wireless network from the 17 to 17.5 billion capex for the year. Small cells are coming. So they're doing the work. They're doing the hard work now. They're embracing the grind. And with them continuously winning these quality awards from scientific testing, crowdsourced, they're showing improvements. The price point of Verizon, might be worth the cost because of the quality of network. That's why I'm saying they're uniquely positioned. We saw T-Mobile flirting with a 1% churn. Still don't really know why they got to that 1% churn. That was literally up 9 basis points year over year. That's a pretty high mark for a company that pushes value into the market. So is it network related? Possibly. It's possible. They're now at a 17.5% share in the rural market. If the network is not all it's cracked up to be, these customers are going to go back where they came from. It's really that simple. So T-Mobile has to figure that out. They didn't really clarify what that churn is. they kind of said at the earnings call, well, you know, we're okay with that because it's the holiday quarter. There's a lot more activity, but their competition was way better on churn. So, and they still grew. Verizon grew, AT&T grew, and they had better churn. I don't get that logic of why T-Mobile says it's really like competitive pressure when they're the value leader. But whatever. I think it's a little of everything. I think it's networking. Maybe all the growth that they're taking in on the small market rural areas, they're seeing that the network is not all it's cracked up to be. It's very, very possible. So as Verizon continues to win these awards, as they continue scaling C-band and everything else, you know, the customer might be like, look, I'm already paying this on T-Mobile. With Verizon, I may pay a little more, may pay less, depending, and I actually get the quality of network worth the price. So from that perspective, I think they're uniquely positioned, and I think they figure it out this year. I'm not saying that all of a sudden they're going to grow to all these numbers, but I think they're going to make it work somehow, some way. I think Sampath is ready. I think the new CMO, Leslie Berlin, I think she's ready to go to uniquely position the brand and try to get the consumer to understand, like with all this test force, like, hey, you're actually getting what you're paying for. I think it's the new messaging from what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing they're going to remain more promotionally heavy to try and continue to grow the base. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.